Hey y'all, it's your girl, the only girl, the one that drinks the wine and eats the rice, cause I'm the gal.
Let's take this overboard now.
So today we have a weight loss video for you guys, and this I feel like is so long overdue because I literally went through all of this, like the phases of weight loss. It was literally me having the body type that I want, and then a spiritual awakening happening, and then me having to literally go strictly vegan, and then me needing to get back to the body that I literally wanted. So wow, it's been a lot, but y'all are literally gonna go through these phases with me, and let's get into it. In 2019, I had a roommate, and we were literally helping each other with the food and whatnot, while also wanting to lose a lot of weight, while also wanting to hit the gym and whatnot. But because my course was very demanding, so I didn't get the time to go to the gym and do all these things, because most of the time I downright be dibukeng. I was a bookie girl, I was a bookie whammy, so I had to be in my box all the time, right? So yeah, then life happened, right? So then 2020 happened, and y'all remember how 2020 was. I feel like 2020 was great for everyone, but 2020 was a lot for me because it was literally my final year, and I was literally by myself now. I had to adjust to being by myself because all these other times I had a roommate, and first of all, shout out Mary, best roommate ever. But now I had to adjust to being by myself. But the good thing about it was that I got to eat the foods that I knew I needed to eat to lose the weight. And at first I didn't believe it. At first I didn't believe that this will work, cause wow. But yeah, it worked, and I'm thankful for this. And this is basically through this book that I read that my sister plugged me on. Was it Wamnandi Uba no sisi no booty who are who are intellectuals, baby, because they plugged me. They constantly are plugging me, and shout out them. But my sister introduced me to this book called Eat Right for Your Type, and downright this book is it's a diet. It basically talks about diets that are conducive with your blood type. So basically, now I'm a blood type A, right? And as a blood type A, I'm supposed to be naturally my blood digests fruits and veggies way better than it does fats and meats, and yeah, especially red meats. I can't be having that. So as a result, I started literally cutting down on all the beef that I would eat. Basically I was cutting down on a lot, right? And then one of my friends came back this one time from Richards Bay, and he had lost all this weight, and I was like, bro, how did you do that? And he was like, nah, intermittent fasting. So I literally lost so much weight in a matter of 4 months through literally Eat Right for Your Type and intermittent fasting. So wow, guys, I downright was looking like this. I was looking like this. This is me 20. This was 2020, beginning of 2020. This was at one of my cousin's baby shower, beginning of 2020. This is me. I look at this picture and I'm just like, first of all, I look like my niece, shout out Refancy. I could never be mad at myself looking like this because I look like her, okay? But I was literally not okay in this weight. I won't lie. I was not walking, like every time I'd walk through steep hills I'd be tired. I needed to lose all the weight. I definitely needed to lose all this weight. So this began, right? According to this book, right, blood type A's, which is my blood type, we don't eat beef. We eat the only type of I'd say animal we can eat. sorry animals, but the only type of animal that we can have is poultry. So I substituted a lot of the beef for turkey. I substituted all the sausages, all the beef sausages for vegan sausages, and I also just kept the chicken, you know what I mean, because I was already eating chicken, so I kept all the chicken. And yeah, I didn't, oh yes, and I ate a lot of hake as well. They say salmon, but salmon's expensive. I am a student, well, I was a student. Might change, we'll see, but that also, I'm a young professional, okay, I ain't rich, so so we'll keep it there by the hake for now. We'll keep it by the hake for now. So yeah, there's certain type of condiments that it tells you that you can eat as well. You're supposed to I wasn't consuming a lot of milk, because milk literally, it treats me bad. Milk treats me bad. Oh yes, you're supposed to cut down on dairy as well. So yeah, you cut down on dairy. The only cheese you can eat is mozzarella. Like, it's downright a very expensive diet, but it's worth it. But I can tell you, it's an expensive diet, but it's worth it. It's expensive, but it's worth it. I am telling you now, it's expensive, but it's worth it. I was cutting down on all the dairy. I never really liked dairy anyway, because it just it doesn't react well to my body. So I don't eat a lot of dairy. I do eat yogurt though, which is obviously probiotics. I need that. Yeah, so basically that's the diet I was on. I was eating, I was also drinking a lot of green tea in the morning. I was drinking a lot of green tea, a lot of lemon water. So yeah, that's literally how I cut down most of the weight, right? The meal plan that I was on around this time was based on a meal plan that I had in 2019 that I could not use, simply because I had to compromise with my roommate at the time, who literally was not trying to have it. She was not trying to have it. I remember us buying vegan sausages in the beginning of the year, and she was like, no, and I laughed. I was like, okay, fine. Right? So now we are at 2020, and this is literally, I had to use the same thingy. I used the very same meal plan I had drawn up for us, but she didn't want to have it. So because I started living by myself, I had to do the self-discipline, to be on the girl and just be here, you know what I mean? So shout out to my organizational skills, because really, if it wasn't for this meal plan, I don't know, I don't think I would have actually been able to do this. Because around September, which is so around September was the time I started being serious about this weight loss thing, because it was around the time my friend came back from Richards Bay and he was telling me about intermittent fasting and whatnot. So after he told me, I literally scratched out the first block, which is the breakfast block, and I substituted breakfast for the lemon water and the green tea, which I'd have every morning. I'd literally have the lemon water and the green tea every morning, downright every morning. And I think also the one thing that helped me around this time was the yoga, because I was doing a lot of yoga and meditating, and everything was good, you know, everything was good. and begumnati. That's all I have to say. It was just nice. So at 12 o'clock, that's when I'd have my lunch, and I had drawn up a thingy. I had a lot of fruit salad. There's a lot of fruit salad, tuna, bread and eggs and avo, which is literally my favorite. That's literally my favorite thing to have, guys. Bread, eggs and avo is literally my favorite meal on this planet. That was always my go-to, and I'd have a lot of smoothies as well. I'd have a lot of fruit salads as well. I'd literally be eating while also having my 2-liter water intake. This is literally from 6 when I wake up to 12 in the morning. So literally that's what kept me from 6 to 12, right? And then by 12 o'clock I'd start lunch, right? And as said, my lunch would be your bread and avo, you know, fruit salad, stuff like that, stuff like that, you know, small stuff like that, you know, things that were light. And especially because it was spring, you need light meals. It's spring, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was popping, and around this time, like, my skin was popping. I was just a popping hun. I was popping. I was popping, baby. I was popping. I was popping. And the haters were hating. They know themselves. And I was popping. So around 6, I'd have dinner. I'd always make sure I have dinner between 6 and 8. I would make sure I don't eat up over 8 o'clock. And my dinner would also be light stuff. It would be like pasta, chicken, rice and turkey, you know. I'd have a lot of mince as well. That was literally the only beef I allowed myself to have, because more than anything, it's not as fatty as, you know, your stews and, you know, like the deep beef stuff. That's literally the only type of beef I allow myself to have. Another thing I had were gourmet burgers. These were literally the only thing that I allowed to cheat with. I'd only cheat Kari gourmet burger. That's the only time I'd cheat. Because hey guys, living with my sister, you become fat. Living with my sister cooks. So the reason why I was looking like a balloon was literally because I was living with my sister, until I lived with myself, and I was like, you know what, let me do this thing, let me do this diet that I want. And you know what I mean, I started just being like, let me live the life that I wanted to live as a child, the life that I know I want for myself, you know what I mean. And this happened, you know. So yeah, light things. So yeah, here's the meal plan. I'll just put a thing, yeah, I'll put the photo of it here. I wanted to turn my body around this time, and what had happened was me needing to do this, right? This cardio thing, right? So I had to do this guy, this honey, this one exercise plan that I had drawn up for myself in 2019. I was using this exercise plan, and then COVID happened. and then the new normal happened, and I had to like find another way to like exercise without all of this. And yoga was that. I would also exercise with my family at home. When we were at home, my sister would wake us up. She's like, get up, and we'd be exercising, and she'd be so hard on us, and we'd be like and the children would be crying, oh mommy, I don't want to. And she'd be like, mommy, I don't want to. And I'd be like laughing so hard. It was a fire time. It was a great time. Begumnandi around this time. Begumnandi around this time. And I was just like, you know what? Gumnandi la, ngizawuhlala la. So anyway, when I went back to the gym, and as soon as when I went back to Riz, and as soon as the gym, they reopened the gym, I was using this exercise plan where I'd rest on Wednesdays, but I'd use the stairs. I'd rest on Wednesdays, yeah, That's it. I'd rest on Wednesdays, but I'd use the stairs. But this one was literally based off my timetable for the year, and as said, COVID happened, but this was the one. I'd literally be in the gym for an hour and 30 minutes straight, and I wouldn't even feel it. That's how much I enjoyed being in the gym. I loved being in the gym. That natural kick of dopamine, baby. Please, you don't need anything else. That's all you need. You need healthy dopamine for your life. Get that, please. Literally, my journey through ending up looking like a schmuck, you know what I mean? More than anything, I am happy that I have gotten back to my old rhythm. This rhythm that I just showed you now, I've literally have gone back to all of this, and it's giving, man. It's giving a lot. It's giving I am gorgeous. It's giving and can't wait for y'all to see this body in a bikini, baby. Ooh, on a beach, baby. Oh guys, I'm such a troll. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because we're rocking. You know we're rocking.